Hi everyone, it's author Sandra Wilson here in the Kindness Kangaroo Library for another Kangaroo Tale. Kindness Kangaroo, what story are we sharing today? Today we're going to read the story of Messy Monkey, written by myself, author Sandra Wilson. Now this story was written with the help of a classroom of kids, which I visited, and we talked about how to create a story. We talked about ideas for this specific story, and I used those ideas to write the story. Then I sent that story back to that class, and they drew all the pictures so we could make it into this book. So that was called the Kindness Kangaroo Project, and these were the emotional animal alphabet books. So there's 26 of them, one for every letter of the alphabet, and there's a emotional animal that in each book, and each book was written with the help of a classroom of kids. So I hope you enjoyed today's story. It was a very special one to write with these kids. Messy Monkey. Messy Monkey's muscles weren't very strong, and this often meant things would go wrong. He would drop a glass and spill the drink, and he would worry about what his friends would think. He didn't mean to make a mess. He didn't want to stain her dress, but every time that he ate, the food never seemed to stay on his plate. Sauce would drip and his juice would spill. He was embarrassed and he felt ill. But his friend Duck would just brush it off and go and get a damp cloth. Accidents happen, and that's okay. It's easy to clean up with a bottle of spray. We can keep this near you when you eat. Don't worry, your space doesn't have to be neat. Messy loved cheeseburgers the best and loved to picnic with the rest. But when his burger dropped to the floor, Messy didn't have one anymore. But then his friend Cat was heard to say, "I only want half a burger today. Messy, you can eat my other half." "Thank you," Messy answered with a shy laugh. After lunch, they all went out to play, but it had been a rainy day. The yard was muddy. It was a mess. What happened next? Can you guess? Messy Monkey tripped into the mud. He was all dirty. This wasn't good. But then the dog jumped in too, because that seemed like what a friend would do. "Being messy can be a fun way to play. Who wants to join us?" Messy heard the dog say. One by one, each friend joined in with mud on their knees and mud on their chin. They laughed and shouted, "Oh, what fun!" And now the monkey wasn't the only messy one. The mud was fun for a little while, and Messy's face held a big smile. People understood that the mess they could see was something he couldn't control, and he would always be the messy monkey that spilled his glass, but still an important addition to their class. The teacher came to call them in and saw all the muddy grins. She smiled and asked them to all get out and play a bit under the rain spout. The class all splashed in the puddle of rain, and they all became clean again. They followed Messy back into the school and told him that his idea was cool. Messy felt that he belonged and no longer worried that he was wrong. He was someone special, his friends all agreed. Just being himself was all he would need. And even though that's the end of the story, because a classroom of kids helped us create the illustrations, there's more drawings. So I'm just going to show you a few more drawings, some more monkeys and class friends. There's another monkey. This is Kale, who at 6 drew the cover for us. And there's some more monkeys and friends together. There's even more. So many great drawings came in for this book. And we have one on the back as well. So that was Messy Monkey. And it's an important story to remind us about what friends should be, and also that there are people out there sometimes that have difficulties doing things, and that doesn't make them bad or wrong or, some weird or someone to ignore. It just means that they need somebody to show them that it's okay to be who he is or who she is, and that they can join in and be part of the friendships of the classes and things like that too. I have a friend who, like Messy Monkey, can't always control his muscles. And so this book was written sort of with him in mind. And he said when he read it that he wished there was a book like that when he was a kid, so his classmates could understand how difficult it was for him, and that what he needed was kids to understand. So books like this, like Messy Monkey, are important because it shares stories of people's situations, like Messy Monkey, who has a muscle disorder and sometimes can be very clumsy. And so what we can learn is how to appreciate people like this. We can learn what they need from us so that we can help them enjoy their lives as well, because they already are struggling with something like trying to control their muscles. We don't want them to struggle with making friends or struggle with being part of the group in school or anything like that. So we can help them make it a little easier by showing them compassion and showing them that we understand and that we don't mind being friends with someone who might be a little messy. And we can learn these things by reading stories about kids and having these experiences. So I hope you enjoyed today's story. Messy Monkey. In the link below, you can find the website where you can purchase this book or any of the Emotional Animal Alphabet books. And I hope you subscribe to this channel so that you won't miss any of our Kangaroo Tales. Bye!